Gonzaga with a 3-point lead, and Kelly Olynyk gave it to him from deep. We'll be right back.
Welcome.
There's a beautiful shot of the sun setting behind the Santa Clara Mission tonight. A lot of beautiful vantage points here from this campus. Gonzaga ranked number 10, leading Santa Clara by 3 at 18-15, 11:45 to play first half. Guys, was this a 3 by Kelly Olynyk?
No, his foot's obviously on the line. You know, that's one of the great things about being able to see from our vantage point. I'm not quite sure if the refs are going to go back and change that or not, but it was definitely a 2. Regardless, heck of a move by a 7-footer there.
I just wonder at some point in time somebody from Santa Clara is going to see it out on the broadcast and bring it to the officials. Maybe attention at halftime. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure you can go back and change it that far after, but.
Guys, Kevin Pangos back in the lineup. He was poked in the eye early in this first half, which brought David Stockton into the game, but obviously Kevin okay. And both Pangos and Stockton on the floor right now for Gonzaga.
Yeah, I think that's their best look at times offensively. Allows David to handle the ball at the point, be more of a facilitator, and allows Kevin to work off a lot of screens and search out his shots.
Trasolini back on the floor for Santa Clara. There's Stockton. There's Mike Hart.
You got a mismatch inside. Rockmore trying to defend against Olynyk. GU can't find him.
Stockton open 3. That's short. He runs down the rebound. Loose ball. Mike Hart picks it up. It's loose. It rolls out of bounds, and it is whose ball?
GU.
Gonzaga basketball.
You want to know if this game needs something. That's the 3rd time we've seen multiple players on the floor. A lot of intensity. You mentioned it earlier, Greg. Physical game, and here you see it. Hart, Stockton on the floor. Harrison, Rockmore there trying to get the ball. A lot of effort on the basketball floor right now.
There's Olynyk. Spinning. Now he goes back, uses the right hand.
Tremendous footwork. Big going left, stop, semi-spin move, come back, finish inside hand finish. Great finish.
But why is he finished with the right hand instead of the left hand?
Close to the bucket.
That's the efficient one to use, though. Doesn't have to turn his body all the way and open himself up to the defense. What's impressive is he's always under control on that dribble penetration. A lot of big guys try to go to the rim, and they look awkward and out of control.
That was such a good use of his redshirt year last year. 2 years ago, he would not have been able to do that.
Trasolini missing at one end, and then comes up with a big block at the other end. And here's Kevin Foster to Trasolini. There's some offense.
He can score on the year, 54% from the field for his career. Inside the arc, over 60%. So you get him moving to the bucket on that low block, he's as efficient as anybody in the league.
But look who was involved with that play. Yep. Kevin Foster doing something other than create a shot for himself, getting his teammates involved. Great play.
Olynyk mid-range jumper, that drops through. Olynyk now with 11 points into double figures with that shot, 3 rebounds.
Tonight, Kelly Olynyk he's showing you the full toolbox now. He's bringing in post moves, 3-pointers in transition, face-ups. Really come to play tonight.
Trasolini got poked in the eye 2 possessions ago on that block. He actually scored after getting hit in the eye.
Well, here you see Foster draws so much attention. Olynyk doesn't want to vacate that area around the 3-point line, and that's where the maturity and the fact that you've got 3 seniors in your starting lineup. Those guys have played together so much, over 250 starts between Trasolini, Foster, and Cowles III.
So Trasolini goes into the walkway area there to get that thing stopped. And Foster drives the baseline and scores with the runner.
Good defense, just better offense.
Trasolini's got a little hockey in him, I'm sure. He'll be back.
Well, if you look at both of these rosters, there's a number of Canadians on this team, so that's a great call, Greg.
Pangos. His poke in the eye is feeling better as well. Gonzaga's largest lead of the game now at 5, 24-19. but this guy can change everything. Rockamore out to Foster, open three, bang.
You just can't afford to help out Foster. Right there, Pangos gets caught watching the dribble penetration from Rockamore, and that's just careless play defensively, and Foster's just too good to leave alone like that. That's all but a layup for him.
Foster now into double figures with 11. He's 1 of 2 from behind the line. Harris sets the screen. Pangos pick and roll. Harris. And a chance for a three-point play.
Great patience on the ball screen by Kevin Pangos there. Elias Harris tries to come up, set a step-up pick and roll. Kevin directed him to set it to the inside. Came off it, created enough attraction from Elias's defender MacArthur there. Drop pass in the lane. Elias, great finish.
Elias completes the three-point play now with 7 points. He's 5 of 5 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and Olynyk now with 11. Those kids, 18 points already in the first half. We talked about it at the top, fellas. How was Santa Clara going to match up with GU's front line? So far, they've struggled.
Rockamore almost lost the handle. Interesting, a moment ago, you saw the 7'1" Karnowski pop out on Foster, who I believe wanted to shoot the ball from the top of the key, but then he saw Mount Everest in front of him. Rockamore drives high off the glass, too hard. Karnowski with a rebound. Here's Stockton. Right by Cowles, and then he bangs into a Tonga, and that's a charge.
David doesn't like the call.
But that's what you love to see if you're Kerry Keating. He's got Biggs and Trasolini and Garrett who can block shots. Tonga, not a great shot blocker, so he tries to slide in, take the charge. On the second look, looks like he might not have been there, but at the same time, if you're at home, a lot of times you're going to get those calls.
Stockton's first, team's third. It appeared that Tonga was still moving, and here's Hart with the steal and the lay-in.
Just so simple plays. And nobody takes that scouting report and applies it to the floor better than Mike Hart for Gonzaga. Right there, knew what play was coming, read it perfectly.
7-point Gonzaga lead. 4 turnovers now for Santa Clara. Here's Foster from deep. He's got endless range.
I'll tell you what, he loves big games. And you love your best player loving big games.
And Bell short at the other end. Foster now with 14 points.
And you look at some of the other big games he's had in his career. 29 points at Duke, a career-high 36 against Gonzaga 2 years ago.
Foster again. That one's off. Harris high for the rebound.
Well, that was a heat check. Sometimes as a coach, guy gets it going, you give him a little bit more leeway to take a, quote, bad shot.
This is Gary Bell. Harris sets the screen. Bell flashes inside, missed the lay-in. And back comes Kevin Foster.
GU not looking at all inside to Karnowski.
Rockamore in transition is off.
Given that size, Dan, he's working hard. You've got to give him a look. He's got the defender on his back.
Trasolini back on the floor. That eye's got a gash under it, but the blood is stopped. Foul inside on Karnowski. Kevin Foster heating up for Santa Clara. He's got 14 points. He's 5 of 9 from the floor, and he's 2 of 4 from behind the line. But that one was really deep. 4-point game at Santa Clara.
In the lane goes up.
Welcome back, number 10 Gonzaga with a 4-point lead. And guys, all the coaches in the West Coast Conference are going to have nightmares about Kevin Foster this year.
Well, he shoots the three at a very good percentage, but he shoots them in a number of different ways. The first two we've taken a look at, Trasolini and Rockamore knocking them down, and here's Brandon Clark, but the main three-point shooter on this ball club is Kevin Foster. He can shoot it off the driving kick to space in the right place. He can shoot it coming off of pin downs, and he can shoot it coming off of ball screens. So they can score and get three-point opportunities in a number of different ways.
And that's what makes Santa Clara different this year. They have multiple guys who can put the ball in the hole, and particularly from that three-point line. You saw right there 4 different guys that made three-point shots. It's not just Foster anymore for the Broncos. They have great depth on the offensive end.
Driving the baseline and scoring is Cowles.
Haven't talked about Cowles at all yet, but only 130 points away from reaching that 1,000-point milestone as well. A tremendous player as a senior. Does just about all the little things, a lot like Gary Bell for Gonzaga.
Back to a 2-point game. Go ahead, Dan.
Cowles is a senior. He knows what's to be expected of him, and he's very efficient for this ball club.
Bell threw it away. Now it's a run to Pangos and Rockamore, but that's an over and back call. Turnover number 4 for Gonzaga. Santa Clara basketball.
And if you've noticed early, GU has had a tough time with dribble penetration on their offensive end. Santa Clara's got good quickness defensively. It's been the bigs for GU that have been able to break down the defense for scores or for assists around that rim. The guards right now for GU have struggled to get to the rim.
Foster with a left hand, count the bucket. And a foul called on Elias Harris. Harris picks up his first, team's 5th.
Well, that's a heck of a move right there by Kevin.